Hey everyone, so today I wanted to show off my console setup. The problem with my old console setup is that not all the consoles were hooked up and they're kind of cluttered, and it was just hard to get to them when I needed to get to them. And so with this design, I figured that I could go ahead and hook them all up. The only console that currently isn't hooked up right now is the Sega Master System, and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so if we come over here, there's a computer down there. There's a bunch of external hard drives as well as the Hauppauge HD DVR, and I have a couple power sources here, and there's an AV switch there, AV switch there. And if we go over here, I have the main power selectors. These are all consoles right here, and I went ahead and labeled them so I know which console it goes to, because the logic behind this is I didn't want to have like a bunch of 6-packs with a bunch of power adapters that stay on all the time. You know, if you turn 6 of them on, you got to have 6 of them on, you know. So I don't like to leave the power adapters running. They waste electricity, they cause heat, they cause use on the adapter. So it's better just to leave them off when you're not using them. And over here I have the Odyssey 2, and then there's my component selector for consoles that run off of component video. A little bit better than composite. This is my main composite switch, and this is my RF console selector switch. Alright, so right now I'm running Miss Pac-Man on main 32 UI, and that's of course through the computer. It can also play on the other screen if I want it to. Either way, I guess I'll show you how how it all works, I guess. Give you an example of it in action. Alright, so we have video 1, and so say like I want to play we'll play standard NES, so I'll click that on, and it's already going right there. So if I want, one thing I did is I split the signal for my Atari 800 XL on the same output as the input as the NES, so I can actually turn the 800 XL on without having to click a button or anything. So, got that. Let's see, what do we got here? We got the Super Nintendo, so then come over here, Super Nintendo. Right now it's playing, what's that game called? What does that say? Final Fight. Final Fight, the original Japanese unedited one. So, there's that. And we could play some Genesis. There's Grindstormer. This game's awesome. I don't know if you guys have tried this one, but if you like shmups, then you should definitely give it a try. Let you check that out for a second. Yeah. Excellent game. Alright, so now how about we play some GameCube? You got the Game Boy player in there. I think Iridium 3D is in there. Yeah. Alright. And how about some Sega CD32X? There's Star Wars. Pretty good game. I like this game. Definitely has the Star Wars theme in there. Well done. anyhow, so some of the consoles, where is that switch? There it is. Some of the consoles I have running off the other switch, so I do NES/other switch, and then I come over here, and if the console's on this one, then I select it off of that one, but if the console isn't on that one, which you can see I have them labeled, it's kind of dark, I know, I just have the back switch, and then I come to the switch down here, which I call the back switch. I don't know why. And then I select whichever console I want off of that, and television is selected, so I can just go ahead and click that on. And there's my AV modded Intellivision. Pretty cool. Excellent game. And I also I used a really long RCA cable on the Intellivision, so that way I can pull it out since the wires, the controllers don't detach. Other than that, of course, I have the RF based consoles, which I gotta go to a different input for. Channel 3, of course, right? And it's gonna get loud. I hate that noise. Like everything that goes through this TV goes into this receiver here, and if you have that receiver turned up on this, it's gonna be pretty loud. So over here, the top one for most of the that's on already. Let's do the Odyssey 2. Alright, there's Odyssey 2. This game has some pretty cool sound effects. When it's actually playing, of course. Let's do another one. How about the 7800? Come over here. There's 7800. Turn that on, since it doesn't auto turn on. There's Double Dragon for the 7800. That's like shit. Alright, one more. We'll do 5200. Come select it. And turn her on. And there's that. Alright, well, I guess that's all there is to it. I'll go ahead and, wow. That thing's loud. Damn 5200s. Let's go back to something else. We'll just go back to Miss Pac-Man. Why not? Yep, so I guess that's it. I don't know how to turn the light on this camera while it's actually recording, but I do have a flashlight. So there's the O2, Magnavox Odyssey 2, the Atari 800 XL, Nintendo Entertainment System. There's the Sega Master System. The AV portion went out on the console, so I just used the power-based converter on this Genesis, which is, of course, hooked up through stereo and everything. And there's the 5200, 7800, Xbox, TurboGrafx 16, the Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis Model 2, 32X, Sega CD, second model Sega CD, and of course Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii, TI-99, the Sega Dreamcast, Mattel Intellivision with IntelliVoice. There's my ColecoVision with the Pro controller and the Atari add-on, as well as a roller controller, and that's an AV modded ColecoVision, and of course the computer, Commodore 64, PS3. That's about it. Let me know what you guys think. Took a while to hook up, but it works really good. I use it all the time, and it's good to go, as they say. Knock the lamp over there. Rob the Robot with Hubert. Don't steal my shit.